Hey everybody, welcome back to the Airsoftology Q&A show, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and is also here to help demystify the world of airsoft while we are all stuck inside. Hopefully you're out playing a little bit. I have a little bit here, haven't had a chance to go out and play. It's just, it's this time, right? It's a tough time for all of us. We're all kind of at home. I asked you last week what you were doing right now, and I think we're all kind of like tuning up our guns and playing around with our airsoft stuff and trying to get it ready for the next big event. But I think some of you guys and gals are having some good events. Before we get into questions this week, this is your show, your questions come from last week or the last episode, and I tried my best to answer them this week. Got some really, really good ones this week, so stay tuned on that. I do want to tell you about the web store, and I know you're like, oh, Jonathan store, but hey, YouTube sucks. I mean, let's face it, they just don't have, there's no way to make money on YouTube, I'll be honest with you. So I have a web store where you can buy some really cool morale patches with the Velcro in the back, and I've got 4 new ones for you. 2 new, I'm gonna try to get these in focus with some light. There we go. 2 new tactical doggos. I've got a golden retriever with some, if you can see the go fetch with the thing, and then I got a paratrooper French bulldog here. Those are the 2 new designs, original art. And we all know who this is. It's Baby Y. I've got, of course, I couldn't resist riding the corgi. I got that one. Artist of mine had him draw these. And of course, knowing since I live here in Taiwan, bubble tea is a big thing. And he's always eating something. So got a little bubble tea on that. All of these are in the store right now. Worldwide shipping. Most countries are kind of open or whatever. Make sure your country, just put it in the cart. Your country's in the drop-down list. You'll be able to ship it there, no problem. Just be patient. Shipping's a little slow right now because of the whole world shipping situation. So just be a little patient in the shipping. I do provide tracking information, so you can kind of at least get a tracking number as soon as you place the order and see where it's going. So if you want to support the show, got some cool morale patches for you to pick up. Link is in the corner or down in the description below. So enough about all that. Let's dive on into what you're really here for. Answer your questions in this week's Titan Power mail call. Nipa Airsoft writes, here's a good one which should get some traction. Why is Facebook tagging posts with airsoft gear, no replicas, and issuing warnings? I posted a link to your Ace Tech video and got removed by Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I barely get on Facebook. To have an Instagram store, you have to have Facebook. And I'll give you a good example of this. They're so restrictive that these dog patches, right? These new ones I got, these ones I just got in, right? Let me get them in focus here. These brand new ones, right? I put them up. They said they're not eligible for sale because I'm trying to sell an animal, like a living, breathing creature. So they looked at their automatic learning system and said, Jonathan is trying to put on his Facebook store living animals for sale, like selling a golden retriever and selling a French bulldog. No, these are patches, morale patches. That's where the study of Facebook is right now, to give you an idea. And if you want to sell on Instagram, you have to link your store through Facebook. The reason I'm telling you this is because that's the mentality of this system. And when it comes to airsoft, I have absolutely abandoned Facebook as a platform, as a creator, simply because everything I post there is just flagged. It actually happens here on YouTube, believe it or not. I'd say 2/3 of the videos I post get demonetized and I have to request a manual review. Even a Q&A video like this that I don't show anything airsoft in at all, they'll flag it and be like, oh, no, it's against our vial. And then I have to I need a human to look at this for me and tell me it's not, because it's not. And they go through the process. Right now, everything is so, and unfortunately, in Facebook, Instagram, social media in general, most of the platforms, inclusive of YouTube, that airsoft is lumped in with paintball, which is also lumped into the big bucket of firearms. And with the current state of these companies, they're not exactly pro firearm. I don't want to get into a big debate about firearms and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure you all know where I stand about these things, but and especially being an airsoft channel, I want to continue to do a livelihood and make my living doing this. But yeah, these platforms are not good. I would say Facebook at this point is one of, if not it is the worst platform if you are doing anything airsoft related. And remember too, you can put it up. Their automated system may not flag it at all, or may hear me say the word airsoft in the beginning of my review or use the word gun, and they're doing listening now. They're listening to audio in these videos. They're looking at metadata and things that come in, and that's maybe how it's getting flagged. They don't even actually review it. They just hear the word airsoft in the first 30 seconds and be like, oh, or gun. Oh, well, this is a gun video, flagged. Or somebody who is your friend or sees this as you post it is flagging that, actually manually flagging it. And there's plenty of people out there that have nothing better to do other than to do that. And they try to do it here on YouTube or any platform. It's just anywhere. You know, people have their own agendas and their own personal beliefs, and sometimes they want to push those on other people on both directions, right? And that's probably what happened to you. So to be honest, for me, Facebook, I'm done. I've been done for a long time. I've been preaching to everybody I can really talk to is like, hey, just quit it. It's not even worth it anymore, because it's fighting a losing battle when it comes to airsoft. I mean, you can't sell items there. You can't talk about them, and you can't even, like you can see, can't even post a video there, really. So it's unfortunate, but that's how it is. I'm just gonna try to stay on greener pastures here, like this platform, maybe Twitch. Try to do some more streaming here. If you notice my streaming gear, it's gonna be very soon. Make sure you subbed so you'll be notified. Shameless plug there. So I'll be doing some weekly streaming here, like some hangouts, some Q&As, just like some chatting type stuff at first. Maybe get into some video games if we want to, or use video games as a platform to have a conversation with you guys and gals about airsoft, just like in a hangout kind of thing. Something fun, but not the main focus. The main focus will always be airsoft here. And that was based on your feedback. So I listened and made the investment and counted all the streaming gear and stuff. So it's gonna be starting. Stay tuned. Like I said, make sure you're subbed. Ho Ching Young writes, I recently got a drone for somewhat work purpose, but I got myself wondering, what do you guys think of using drones as part of the game? Other than video filming, hosts can keep track of the game in a wider view angle, maybe objective-based work on it, other than shooting it down. Yeah, so that's, shooting it down is the problem. As long as everybody's aware that you can't shoot the drone down, that's usually the big issue I've had. I've actually, at one milsim op in Colorado, I was Titan milsim, yeah. Titan milsim guys out there in Colorado. It was in Boulder? No, he was in Boulder. Colorado Springs. Was it Colorado Springs or Boulder? I forget. Anyway, had a big op down there, mountainous terrain, and it opened up to like kind of this plains area, this flat area. And I had my drone with me. I was going to plan on doing some filming for the gameplay I was shooting at the time. This is years and years ago. It was before maybe 5 years ago. And I was launching the drone. I was like, wait a minute, we're being assaulted down this road. I'm like, I've got a drone. So I sent the drone up, kind of backed it off away from everybody. We were kind of just, there's only a small force of us. They were like basically one squad, and we were divided in like two tough fire teams on either side of this road. And there were some trees and a little bit of defilade. So I sent the drone up and I was back, and I could see the advancing enemy force, where they were. So I was actually on the radio with the drone in the air with my, like my phone. I could watch the real time, and I'm doing call outs. I'm like, okay, hey, squad A or fire team A, you have like 3 guys in front of you. I can see they're moving left to right, and they're like 100 meters in front of you, moving in, or 50 meters coming in closer. Squad, fire team B, hey, you got a team, they're on the road, they're all on your right side, they're maybe 200 meters out and moving in. So I'm giving them call outs so they could get in position to effectively defend against a larger force. And it worked really, really well. Obviously with drone rules and laws, you can't fly over groups and things like that, or groups of people. So it does limit what you can do with them. But in that case, it worked very well as an intel tool. Of course, I only had maybe 15, 20 minutes of flight time. So I had to be quick and be smart about how to use that. It's only a couple batteries. You can only send this thing up for a limited amount of time to get that intel, and then it's back down. So it was one of those like perfect storm use cases. But I think that's pretty cool. I think you can incorporate them, obviously with a safety aspect. This was such a huge AO, and it was launching this thing near nobody. I mean, it was like flying way, way away from everybody else. So there's really no risk of anybody getting hurt. I wasn't flying over top of anybody, no large groups, nothing like that. And like I said, even if it went straight down, it would just crash into the ground. There was nobody around, not even myself. I sent it up and kind of backed it off away from everybody. But I think that's a good use of it. I think it's really cool. I think down around people, it could be a problem, but up in the air as like a surveillance tool, I think it's pretty cool. Christopher Curl writes, is it weird living in another country as an American with a language barrier? It is, but I've gotten used to it. I've been here in Taiwan for over 3 years now. Like it's been almost 3, coming up on almost 3.5 at this point. And I've gotten used to it. Obviously language barriers less and less the longer you stay somewhere. I haven't been taking really any formal lessons, but I do pick up a lot as I'm here. My Mandarin it's rough, but it's doable. It's survivable at this point. I can order food. I can get around. I can have some basic conversations, and I'm getting to the point now where I can kind of figure out words, or at least the context of conversations, and reply based on it. So yeah, just kind of that survival instinct. I really do need to get back and take some lessons. I think it's about time to get serious again. When I first started is right when I moved here. So just being overwhelmed going from a native English speaker with some Spanish experience to a tonal language like Mandarin Chinese. That's a rough one. Absolutely rough one. And it's a little doubly hard here because it's just like memorization only for reading the written language, traditional Chinese written here in Taiwan. So it's just something you can't phonetically sound out the word. You can't look at a character and be like, that's this word. And I don't know enough on the radicals and the components to guess what they are yet. I haven't gone through formal training on that. I know there obviously is a way you can look at a word and kind of get a general idea of what it might mean. But again, that's for someone who's been trained. For me, I maybe can recognize about 100 words written. That's maybe it. And I'm being generous probably at that point with 100 words. So, but yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but it's something I've gotten used to, especially now during this time when there's no more tourists here. It used to be they would see a foreigner like myself, like somebody in the store would see me and be like, all right, I'm going to try to speak English to them, like get prepared, right? But now with no tourists and it's just the people that are here, yeah, it's like they see me and they're like, oh, you're a local. I'm just going to go full on Mandarin with you. So yeah, it's actually made me push my skills up a little bit, but I love it here. It's great country. I love the place and they're doing such a fantastic job controlling this whole spread of this COVID-19 mess. So yeah, for me, I like it. I love it. It's definitely the epicenter of Airsoft between here and Japan. I mean, this is like the heartbeat of Airsoft, and arguably Taiwan is now the center of Airsoft globally when it comes to manufacturing and innovation and things like that. So definitely place I enjoy and I like it. And with the challenges, with the language, that's overcomeable. All right, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headset video recommendation of the week. And this one is recommended by a really cool name, the Mexicutioner. It is such a cool name. I love it. Like absolutely the best. Like, and comes in equally interesting named channel, StayFreshShoe Airsoft. That is right, StayFreshShoe Airsoft. It sounds like insole, like you put in there to keep your shoes, or like Dr. Scholl's, like the spray. I don't know. But anyway, super cool channel out of England. And this guy is good. He is good in front of the camera. His delivery is, it's on point. Editing is top notch. This is a channel to watch. I couldn't recommend. I was like going through some recommendations, like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And I hit this one. I was like, sub done. Definitely worth checking out. I mean, he's got some commentary videos. He's got some gameplay. He's got like a 30 kill gameplay one I'm putting up right now, but he's got like some good commentary stuff talking about hot topics in Airsoft. He's doing some like tips and things, reviews. I mean, this channel is definitely one to go. And if you like what I'm putting out here, you're going to love what he's putting out there. One to watch, one that'll probably take over my channel one day. I mean, good grief, man. The guy really knows what he's doing, but definitely one to check out. You've been seeing the gameplay go. He's like a 30 kill streak. I mean, he's using like a Marui Mark 23, just the Whispering Death silence pistol, getting like this crazy thing. I saw the highlight video, then I had to watch the full one, but overall, his whole channel is really good. I think it's definitely, I mean, this is what's at now. It's going to be blowing up in like a year or two, like just like production value through the roof. Anyway, go check it out if you guys are interested in another channel very similar to what I have here. A totally different approach, different angle, maybe a little younger, fresher take on it, but totally worth my sub, and I hope it's worth your sub. If you do like what you see over there, go under the video. I've linked in the corner here or down in the description box below, and when you get on the video, just put a comment and let them know that Airsoftology sent you. Give positivity. Pour some positivity in the comments on that video if you like what you see. And of course, mash his thumbs up and all that good stuff over there, which you can also do on this channel. If you enjoyed the content here, you like getting questions answered every single week, I really appreciate one of these on the channel down below. It lets YouTube know you like what you see here, and that's going to start recommending it and continue recommending it more and more to more people, including you and your friends and things like that. I can keep creating content. Also, don't forget the web store to check out the merch I have there. I've got like 19 patches right now and growing. I've got these 4 new ones that just dropped, and I've got new ones that'll be out in another few weeks. That'll be coming, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks right after Chinese New Year. Production will be finished on those. I'm going to continue releasing 3 or 4 new ones every every 2 or 3 months. So got a lot going on that. Also, if you want to check out the patches and you're in Hong Kong, they are available at WGC Shop. You can pick them up there. They're now an official dealer. If you're in Hawaii, check out Mojo Tactical. Hawaii is one of the city or kind of states in the US I can't ship to from here, but Dave at Mojo has got you covered. So definitely check him out. He's in Honolulu. If you want to check him out, he'll be able to get the patches anywhere on any of the islands for you. He also does shows and stuff, so you can pick him up. He's like full stocking too. He pretty much carries almost everything I've got. So, and the new stuff is headed the way to him. So anyway, until next week, don't forget to put your questions below this video so I can answer them for next week. Also, any channels you might recommend of your own or a channel you like on YouTube that is airsoft related. But no matter what you do, go out, play some airsoft, have some fun, but call your freaking hits.